everyone, Nadeem, and I'm a 9th grader at Mountain Crest High School. I enjoy STEAM, particularly biology and the arts. I enjoy sports, and I love sleeping. Okay, so the ADTP class I was enrolled in this summer was crafting effective essays, and like the name, it's supposed to help improve writing skills in essays. The essay we were focusing on was the analytical essay. Because the skill set for this type of essay would be easily transferable to other types of essays. For this essay, we focused on 2 main texts, though we read 4 in total: Kurt Vonnegut's Cat's Cradle and Shakespeare's The Tempest. I chose this class mainly because I wanted to better organize my thoughts when it came to writing and speaking. And I also wanted to become more familiar with essay writing for future courses and opportunities. I really enjoyed this course because I got to connect with other students constantly through the many group activities we did along with essay writing. Like there was this one time we did an essay read-through, and this sort of became a run-through for a drama because we had to take The Tempest and then we had to read through a portion of it, and Old English is really complicated, so that was fun. And then we had to modernize it, and in order to modernize it, we really had to understand the text and analyze it and turn it into modern language. So that was fun. And like doing this constantly in many different shapes and forms really allowed us to learn how to analyze across different mediums, including paintings. So before I delve into the essay itself, I wanted to get a background on mainly The Tempest because that was the story that we did our final essay on. So it's about Prospero, the exiled Duke of Milan, who is trying to get revenge on those who overthrew him. He uses his magic to conjure a storm that shipwrecks them onto his stranded island. And he's manipulating events throughout the story in order to get his revenge and reclaim his dukedom. The other story we did read was Cat's Cradle, where John, the narrator, investigates Dr. Felix Honecker, a key figure in the development of the atomic bomb. And this story ends up with each of the characters sort of going through their own existential dilemma between truth and lies because of the complicated things going on San Lorenzo Island. So the final project we did was the final essay for The Tempest. We did 4 total essays, and the final one we did was the final draft for The Tempest. The 2 major things we had to focus on our essays were the content, which was what it was about, and the form, which was how we did it. The form involved the thesis, analysis, organization, evidence, and the grammar or style. For the thesis, we were focusing on how well we began our essay and introduced the theme or main idea. For the analysis, we were focusing on how well we analyzed the text based on the theme or idea. And again, we were focusing on not only the content and form of the essay, but the content and form of the text we were reading. So we had to look into what's going on, what's it about, as well as the tone, mood, and language. We had to focus on organization, how well we organized our ideas into an essay. We had to focus on evidence, how well we provided citations to support our ideas, and how well we focused on grammar, which was how well the essay followed the rules and formatting. So yeah, we had our 2 main stories, Cat's Cradle and The Tempest. You guys already know why I chose to share The Tempest, and we got to choose out of a series of different prompts. And the prompt I chose was Miranda, who is Prospero's daughter in the story, is the only woman in a play in which women are absent or merely mentioned. What is the role of women in the play? The resources we were given were mainly writing resources in the form rather than the content, because the content can differ a lot. But this really helped in properly forming and analyzing the essay. We were also given access to Purdue OWL for formatting. While it took a few days to complete the final essay itself, it would have taken a lot longer to gain all the skills needed for actually forming it. Yeah, so I'm gonna read a portion of my essay because it's like 10 pages long. It's supposed to be long. So that basically gives a structure of a body paragraph with the main claim, and then an analysis, and then a quote. It's really different, but it's made out of these different components that sort of like bring it together. It's ironic that one of the most striking aspects of women in The Tempest is their near total physical absence. Miranda is raised only by her father, with little mention of her mother. Prince Ferdinand's mother is entirely missing, and both his sister, Queen Claribel, and the witch Sycorax are only there in tales. This doesn't seem particularly odd until Prospero's tale of his exile seems to purposely avoid mentioning Miranda's mother, ensuring that all the knowledge Miranda receives of her in all her 15 years comes within a sentence. Thy mother was a piece of virtue, and she said thou wast my daughter. This not only gets the topic of Miranda's mother over with, but actually seems to detach Miranda's mother from having any relation to her daughter. As Prospero says, my daughter, rather than our daughter. Ferdinand's mother is similarly overlooked in the events of the play. Though Ferdinand's ready claim to Miranda, I'll make you the Queen of Naples, suggests that she may have passed away, to have her not get a single mention in the entirety of The Tempest, not even in respect to her passing, emboldens the role of women in the past as a convenient tool. Sycorax was meant to be the witch that reigned over the island that Prospero and Miranda used to live on. Queen Claribel was Ferdinand's sister, who reigned over both Tunis and Naples. Miranda was Prospero's daughter, and each in their own different ways, they were brought down. From this course, I learned not only how to analyze essays and write, I learned how to analyze, form an essay, collaborate and communicate, organize my ideas, and I also got some great memories out of it. It was because of the support of people all around me that I was able to accomplish this course, because there was just so much work. But it was because of their support. I could come to my teacher, Miss White, whenever she needed me. I had Kayla, and I had my parents and everybody, and that really made it fun to get through. So I'm really grateful, and I gained a lot of things out of this. So thank you.